So I just got out of yoga and I was actually really shocked to see that in the United States, it's Independence Day, which means a lot of people are off, especially here in Miami and in Brickell, Coral Gables, all these neighborhoods that are very business oriented. I would think that this is like the best opportunity where you don't have to do your 9 to 5, that you can go and practice yoga. But in this case, this morning, it was not there, and it was a very small class and very intimate class, and my goodness, it was a strength building, flying crow, inversion. I cannot tell you how many vinyasas we did in this class. I was not the instructor this time around, so I got to be in full student mode. But I swear we did like 25 vinyasas. And I know I'm exaggerating, but tell that to my biceps and my triceps and my shoulders and my core because I felt it. I felt it so much. But here's what I actually want to talk about. Yoga is amazing. I could talk about it all day long, but today is Independence Day. And if you're not American, especially a lot of people here in Miami, we don't always call ourselves Americans. It's really interesting because people identify with their heritage here more than they do our citizenship as US citizens, which is super interesting. But Miami and New York and LA, major cities like Chicago, Dallas, they're all the same when it comes to this. And there's just so many people here and so much diversity that, it just comes with the territory. Literally comes with the territory. Either way, I am proud to be an American. I am proud to say that there's so many rights here that we have as individuals, as I have as a woman. I've lived in different countries, and I recognize that it's not the same everywhere in the world. And I am thankful to be here. I am very much grateful for the opportunity to be a woman in this country and own a business, be a woman in this country and be able to travel like on my own and be able to explore and have different adventures, be able to speak up, be able to do a lot of different things as just an individual. So I am happy and very much thankful for today, but I also call this day something different than most people. And this is where my mindset, my personality kind of shines through. And I want to share this with you. And if you adopt it, by all means, go for it. If you want to slide me some credit, if you tag me on Instagram with it, by all means, it's Air Kramer. Let's do it. But I like to call this day National Cage Breaking Day. And this is not entirely my own idea. This is actually something that I've been exploring with a friend, and just really the idea of cages and what it means to break a cage, whether you're a bird breaking out of a cage, whether you are in a physical like imprisonment like I have been in the past, no matter what you want to really like associate your cage with, I will let you know right now that most cages are completely made up of thoughts. Thoughts, imaginary things that, unless we give them power to become actions or feelings or manifestations, or somewhere in this 3D realm they exist, they're just thoughts. They're nothing. They literally can be fleeting. And the beautiful thing about thoughts is that if you really work with yourself and you really work with your mindset and you become best friends with your subconscious and you become best friends with yourself and learn how to love yourself, learn self-concept, learn your self-esteem, learn to trust yourself. So many of us are going out here in the world and we do not trust ourselves. So we end up in horrible situations, or worse, we end up not even trying to achieve our goals and our dreams. We end up rejecting good, positive opportunities, maybe even good, amazing people, because we don't feel worthy of whatever our goal is, whatever love, achievement, success is on the other side of that breakthrough. So I want to introduce you to a word that has really just been uplifting for me lately and has really just brought a smile to my face every single time I begin to go down the rabbit hole of self-doubt or fear or rejection, all those icky words that we don't like, quite frankly. And I love this word because it actually is the opposite of a word that you're gonna know, but odds are you don't know this word. So if you know the word paranoia, anxiety, worry, anger, regret, resentment, paranoia, then you really should take a moment and learn the word pronoia, because paranoia is about everything that can possibly go wrong, everything that's inhibiting you from your goals, everything that's just making you less of a person, less of an energy, low vibration. But pronoia means that the universe is always working in my favor. Pronoia means I can achieve anything. Pronoia means I trust myself that even if I make a decision, it's not bad. It just means I am elevating my journey in a different type of way. Sometimes we need to do something just to add some somatic value to our existence. And when I think about some of these situations I've found myself in my life, sometimes I'm like, well, that was just good for somatic value. Like, if I was to go watch the movie of my life, like, I'm okay with that because the movie would have been really boring if I hadn't had that adventure, or if I hadn't tried that, or if I didn't, had to learn that lesson like super hard. And this is where pronoia really just will release you. It starts to break down those mental cages, starts to reset the mindset. And I am so thankful that I've been able to rewire my subconscious so quickly that when I'm having trouble healing or when I find myself heartbroken, I don't live in that for too long. Now, if you are anything like me, you are somebody that really commits to things whenever you're all in. Like, your heart is in it, your mind is in it, your energy is in it. You are a ride or die type of person. And I even will admit, like, people pleasing or self abandoning or anxiety has definitely been part of my journey. But as I elevate, as I grow, as I decide that this was somatic value and it helped me with my journey and I can't live there anymore, I have to go forward. I have to glow up, if you will. I'm at peace. I'm back at pronoia. I'm back at this place where I'm like, this is such a beautiful adventure. I'm so excited to live on this earth and be here. Like, this human existence is crazy. We're already floating on a rock in the middle of nothing, just made up of stardust and chemicals and water. Like, what? Okay, sure. I might as well make the most of it because my conscious experience is definitely going somewhere with this. And I am thankful for all parts of the journey. Now, I am only attracting what's good for me these days. I'm only accepting. I've actually been doing something very strange, but has been really working out for me. And I invite you to join me on this. It is actually part of the 30-day Elevate Glow Up challenge that I'm doing. And it's a new step. But I started saying no, not to like necessarily people. Like, I've been saying no to people lately as well. And that has been really good for my boundaries. Again, boundaries are about me, not them, because I'm the one that's going to get the consequences, right? If somebody like is doing something that doesn't resonate well with me, like, I'm the one that suffers because I'm breaking my own boundary. But that's a whole different episode, plenty of episodes on boundaries. But more importantly here is I've been saying no to the universe. Yes, to the universe. I've been literally saying, no, bring me something better. Bring me someone better. Bring me a better opportunity. I do not accept. No. And I laugh because it sounds ridiculous, but it's working. Like, I'm literally just saying, "Nope, I don't feel like that aligns with what I need for my journey. That doesn't feel good. I know that you're kinda testing me. You're testing me, aren't you? Well, no, like, send it back, redo, bring me something better, and then we'll talk, we'll talk, we'll talk, but not now." Right? And this is so empowering. This is pronoia. This is a mental mindset shift. I am like just on a high about this. So I do want to take a moment and bring up the Elevate Challenge. The Elevate is a 30-day glow up challenge. If you are someone that has found yourself being a people pleasing, violating your boundaries, letting people take advantage of you, maybe you had a breakup, maybe you're just stuck in this negative mindset of like XY, money or XY career, adventure, travel, school, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is a great opportunity for you to join this glow up challenge. And the reason that we're calling it Elevate is Flying with Air, my baby, my business down here in Miami, my studio, the immersive experience is on September 13th through the 15th. Come elevate your journey, your energy, elevate your life. And it's in person and it's also virtual. So I'm going to put it in the show notes. If you need a virtual ticket, definitely reach out. It's worth it. But all of these concepts are going to come together with 20 of us that are on either a panel or speakers, ask us questions of every single area of life. Like, I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm not just talking about business. I'm not just talking about school. I'm not just talking about spiritual. Every aspect, all 7 aspects of life. These are experts. This is a 3-day experience where you get to elevate your journey. You get to have the spirituality. You get to have the mental mindset shifts. You get to have the career growth. You get to learn about money. If you want to become Instagram famous, there's a PR section to it. There is so much. And you get to learn from the leading experts in energy mastery. So it's a really great time that you get to just reset the stress button and recharge and realign and be around people that are just wanting to improve. Good souls, good people. Like, if you live in a major city, or maybe you live out in the middle of nowhere and you're just not near anybody, like, it is hard to find good people sometimes. And here we are going to have, 100 people in a room that are good people, like good energy, people that are ready to achieve both their mental and physical confidence and their peak performance. And they get to be in this flow state. How many of us are constantly like, I just need some peace. I need some flow. I need some patterns. Like, how am I going to get to the next step if I cannot calm this chaos? Ooh, I like it. Like, seriously, to get to the next step, gotta calm the chaos. So everything is science-based. You can actually hear my baby in the background. He's chewing on a bone. That's Jasper. That's my golden doodle. Either way, back to here, everything is science-based practice for activating and supercharging your own brand of personal magnetism. You have the ability to achieve so much. And I want to just continue to bring you back to the space of like all of these fears, all of these things that are really just weighing you down lately are imaginary. Like, what would it take for you to realize that these cages have just been built up in your head? Most of the scenarios that you come up with will never happen. You can look back in your history and see that. Like, you can literally go back, and if you journal, this is so important because you can actually go and read, some of those worries or some of those concerns that you've had, they never actually happened, or they didn't happen the way that you thought they were going to happen. Like, you are not always going to be able to just predict everything and it happened that way unless you are actually doing a self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you are that talented of a manifester, then why don't we work together and your self-fulfilling prophecies will actually be positive and you will just be leveling up after leveling up after leveling up. So, yeah, we tell ourselves all the reasons why we don't deserve something. We don't want something, even though you really do. You really do want that person. You really do want that job. You really do want that achievement, that award, your face on a magazine. I know you want it. Or you say you can't achieve something. So why are you continuing to allow yourself to be caged in these imaginary negative thoughts and fears? And look, I get it. I know you have a history. So-and-so hurt you, or it didn't work out, or you tried so hard. And yet that was like ages ago. It was months ago. I don't even care if it was yesterday. Why are you still punishing yourself? Last I checked, you were completely lovable and worthy. And if you are like really like questioning even that, then allow me to explain the baby theory and we can challenge real quick. Like, think about a newborn baby. Literally just came out. Like, let's say when this baby came out, do you think the mom was like, well, you're not a doctor yet, so you're not worthy of my love? No. Do you think when the baby came out, it was like, well, you haven't been married yet, and, you've been out for like 3 minutes, so you're not loved because you're not married? Like, no. Like, when you meet this newborn baby, you would say on a 0 to 100 scale on how valuable they are is 100. Like, you came out at 100. And guess what? You're still that baby. You're still lovable and worthy, and you're still 100. It is these negative thoughts, it's this imaginary walls, this cage that makes us begin that we're not 100 anymore, that we're like 60 or 40 or 85 or 99. But you were 100 then, and you are 100 now. And if you were truly your best friend and wanted what was best for you, then you would be ignoring everything that does not give you the maximum amount of love and achievement possible because you're 100. So again, stop procrastinating or pushing away people and opportunities that help you become the best version of yourself. Elevate. Be surrounded by other people that are helping you elevate. A sign of self-love is trusting that you can be brave enough to try. And if you fail, you trust that you did everything possible to elevate your journey. Remember, somatic value. And the worst thing, like, honestly, the worst thing you can do is not try. And I will go as far to say that not trying your all is the only sign of failure. Like, I really don't believe in failure. And if you want, you can say failing forward. But there's like no such thing. And honestly, if it's like rejection, then rejection is only protection and redirection. Like, I will repeat it. Rejection is only protection and redirection. There is no actual rejection in the world because that wasn't meant for you. Like, that opportunity that you think is just everything, you actually have something better. But if you don't think you're 100, then you're going to be like, I'm not worthy. No. Quit. Just stop. You're 100. Rejection is protection and redirection because you have no idea what that situation has on the other side. So stop treating yourself like you hate yourself or you do not deserve to have whatever you choose to be or do. That is how you will lose out on opportunities, on really good people, and life-changing experiences. This is the real FOMO. This is the real fear of missing out, because the worst thing is like waking up one day and being like, that person was so good. Like, that person was so amazing and I treated them so bad. Or, man, I really should have took that trip to Europe. Like, I'm not young enough to do the same things I used to do. Like my body aches, right? Or, you know, I really should have went for that promotion or opened that business. Like that was my dream. Like, ouch, that's the real FOMO. Not the no, I dated them and it didn't work out. Or, I went to Europe and I had to be in hostels because I couldn't afford like the luxury hotels. Or, you know, I opened up that business and it didn't work out. But guess what? I had the time of my life. I learned so much. I achieved so much. I opened up so many doors. Like that is life. That is fucking life. You deserve the magical moments of joy and adventure and happiness. You deserve a loving, wholesome relationship with yourself and with your soulmates. You deserve to be deeply rewarded for the good talent and skills you bring to this world in many, many ways. And if any of this hit different, I would really like to invite you to either do one-to-one coaching with me. The link is in the show notes, or better yet, sign up for the launch party, whether it's a virtual or it's in person. I want to see you in person. I want to feel your energy. This is a magical event. So many people are coming together to make this event happen. And honestly, the only part that's going to make it even better is if you're here with me. So I'm ready. Let's break the cage. Fly, fly, baby, fly. I love you so much. You deserve so much. I deserve so much. We can have it all. We can be happy. So, as always, I look forward to speaking with you, feeling your energy, being with you, united 100%. And thank you so much for healing and growing with me today.